Hey, good evening. Good evening, everyone. This is Dr. Denise Dennis. Good evening. Thank you so much for joining me, whether you're joining me live or those of you joining on the replay. Thanks so much for joining me. I'm going to talk more tonight about, hi, Develda. I'm going to be talking tonight about day 3 of my 7-day extreme self-care challenge. It's certainly not too late to join in. Hey, hi, Peace and Balance. It's not too late to join in if you want to join the 7-day extreme self-care challenge. Just go to selfcarechallenge.com, selfcarechallenge.com if you want to join in on the 7-day extreme self-care challenge. Whatever day you join in, that's day number 1. When you go to that website, you'll be able to log in. Thank you. Thanks, Develda. You'll be able to log in and get a copy of the workbook, and that will be your guide for your 7 days. All right, let me turn this screen around. Again, thank you so much for joining. Set this down here. And I know I have this kind of Queen Latifah set it off look going today, but just love me through it. It's a process. Thank you so much for joining me. Again, I'm Dr. Denise Dennis. I am a life and leadership coach. I work primarily with people that are new or aspiring to be leaders or business owners. I do coaching, I do training, I do vision board workshops. And thank you so much for joining, Zenobia, and thanks so much for sharing with your followers. Everyone, if you could please swipe and invite your followers, I'd appreciate it. Again, this is day 3 of my 7-day extreme self-care challenge. And to recap, for 7 days, what makes it extreme is that you're going to do everything that you know you're supposed to be doing. So as a reminder, that means you're going to get enough sleep. Make sure that you're getting enough sleep, which for you means get a little bit more than you got last night. So if you're a 4-hour-a-night person, strive for 4.5 or 5. I'm not saying go to 7. Do better than you did before. So sleep is number 1. Yeah, see, I wasn't going to call names, Zenobia, but yes, that's important. Sleep is number 1. You also need to make sure that you're drinking water. Make sure you're getting that water in. You should be drinking, ideally, half your body weight in ounces every day. You also want to make sure that you are eating right. And eating right means, again, I'm not a nutritionist. My PhD is in psychology, but I know what I'm not supposed to be eating, and you know what you're not supposed to be eating, so don't eat that. Eat things that are healthy for you. You also want to make sure that you're exercising, and again, you're doing more than you did yesterday. So that means that if you normally don't do anything, then go for a walk. If you normally walk, maybe push yourself to go a little bit longer, or do or let it last, or try something different. So like for me, I'm not a huge exerciser, so I'm starting off with doing some yoga, getting on the treadmill, just doing something every day. And then step number 5, or the 5th thing you want to do, is focus on serenity, which is what I wanted to focus on today. So serenity just means making sure every day you're doing something that is for you. Take some time out every single day to do something for you. So what does that mean? I want to share 3 things that I'm doing for serenity for myself this week. One is that I'm just getting some reading done. So I am reading The 4 Agreements. I just started reading this. I cannot believe I have never read this book before. It's awesome. I definitely recommend. It's The 4 Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz. Hopefully you can see it there. And one of the things I'm getting out of this book is just the idea that there are no new ideas out there, in the sense that he's talking about things that I've read in other books before, other ideas, but it reinforces what I'm hearing, and it suggests that there is an ancient wisdom that is just passed down from generation to generation, that if we just tune into it, we recognize that, among other things, our beliefs are made up. That the way we see the world is the way people told us to see the world, and until we realize that, we won't even realize that that perception is not reality. So that's what I'm really getting out of that. So for my serenity, doing some reading. Also for my serenity, This is my New International version of the Bible that I've had this copy since college, which was decades ago. So I've had this for a long time, and I don't I don't study as often as I should, but when I go away and come back to it, I always start with the book of James. And I realize that's because the book of James is all about taking action and not just having your beliefs, but that you're doing works, that you're taking action. It's the same reason I like the book of Mark, which is all about Mark, more than any of the other four gospels, is all about immediacy and doing things at once. It's that term immediate or at once is used more than in any other of the gospels. So I'm doing more of my Bible study. And then the third thing I'm doing for Serenity is playing my ukulele, which I love. So I'm a big ukulele collector. I probably have like 20, which is less than I used to because I sold some. Now, am I a big ukulele player? Not so much. So one thing I really want to do during this time is to get back to playing my ukulele. So I'll just play a couple chords. So you can see it does actually work. That's pretty much all I could do right now. Perhaps one of these days on a scope, I'll come back and actually play the ukulele for you. Maybe, we'll see. But that's another thing I'm doing for Serenity. And so the reason that I'm doing all of this, the Serenity, the getting some sleep, drinking water, all of that self-care is because I put that on my vision board as something that's very important to me. And I have my vision board right there behind me. And actually, you can see a ukulele there on the vision board. And that is because, as I've said before, vision boards are not magic. They don't, putting something up there does not make, the fact that there's a stack of money up there does not mean that I'm hitting the Powerball, but I do got a couple tickets. But it means that if I put a ukulele up there, it reminds me I need to practice my ukulele. I need to put together a plan so I can accomplish that vision. And that's what makes a vision board so powerful, is that it's a visual representation of something that you want to accomplish, and then you create a plan to actually accomplish it. So because I believe so much in vision boards, I am hosting a vision board workshop on Saturday the 23rd. So if you're in Central Jersey, let me put this back up here. Come on. Come on, camera. I'm trying to get my camera to flip. It's not playing nicely. There it goes. Alrighty. So if you're in Central Jersey, come out next Saturday, January 23rd, to my From Vision to Goal workshop. And we start with a vision board and we end with an actual action plan. So it's not just about cutting out pretty pictures. It's about making a plan. Even if you can't make this particular one, go to createmyvisionboard.com. You can see what I'm about, and I'd be happy to bring one of my vision board workshops to you. All right, so that is it for today. We'll be back tomorrow. I'll be back tomorrow talking about day 4 and talking more about my Extreme Self-Care Challenge. It's been a pleasure talking to everybody. You all have a great night, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Good night. You know I can't stop it. So you all go away and I'll just be here tapping my screen randomly. Ooh, I hate this camera. Let's try this again. It will not stop. I might have to we'll just have to be here forever together. I love you all that much. I swear to goodness. I know. Oh, stop laughing at me. So tonight, well,